lovely viewers, you are most welcome to our channel Poetry Online. In this lesson, we shall be discussing the detailed analysis of The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get updates on all our new videos. Once again, let us assure you of a very interesting discussion. Get ready for this lesson. The Tempest first appeared in print in 1623 after the death of William Shakespeare. It received a very good patronage from the people because it had a lot of effect on them when it was first performed at the marriage between Princess Elizabeth and Prince Palatine Electra. Even though Shakespeare has always been poetic in his writing of his plays, the characters presented in Tempest speak more poetical than ever. The Tempest was written at a time when the travels and adventures of England's sailors led to the discovery of islands and colonies in Africa and other parts of the world. In these places, the sailors asserted the powers of the indigenous people through deceit and the offering of fascinating gifts, which made them easily give up power to them. The incident mentioned above partly accounts for the plot and theme of The Tempest. On an isolated island, Mirinda and her father, Prospero, hears a tempestuous noise of thunder and lightning and see a ship nearly overcome by the storm of the sea. In the ship are the King of Naples and his courtier and Antonio, the brother of Prospero, and the usurper of the dukedom of Milan from Prospero. Those on board of the ship are gripped by fear and begin to cry out, "Mercy on us!" Others throw their goods overboard to lighten the load on the ship because all hopes is lost at this time. On the island, Prospero informs Mirinda that he is the cause of the storm. Prospero does this with the help of a ministering spirit called Ariel, who does all that Prospero asks him to do. Mirinda compassionately implores her father to end the storm since he is its creator. Prospero calms her down and assures her of the safety of all the people on board of the vessel. For the first time, Prospero narrates the story of how he and his daughter Mirinda ended up on the island. Prospero is the Duke of Milan, and Alonso, the King of Naples, was his sworn enemy. Prospero was a man who cherishes studying above all things. In order to get more attention for his most treasured books, he gives Antonio, his brother, more authority over the dukedom. But this investment of trust is betrayed by Antonio, who has long wished to have the crown of Milan. With the help of Alonso, he removes Prospero from the throne and banishes him together with his 3-year-old daughter, Mirinda. Gonzalo, an honest and old counselor, who was appointed to ensure the banishment of Prospero and Mirinda, places Prospero's most cherished books, food, and other necessary things in the ship, which brings them to the island. As important as this story appears to Prospero, Mirinda shows little or no interest in it at all. She rather shows her compassion for the people on board of the ship in this tempestuous sea. Ferdinand, the son of the King of Naples, comes out of the shipwreck and lands on a different part of the island. The music of Ariel draws Ferdinand into Prospero's cell. Mirinda falls in love with Ferdinand at the first sight, but she worries about the threats of her father. In a forest glen in another part of the island, Alonso worries about Ferdinand because he thinks Ferdinand has been drowned by the storm. He sternly refuses to receive any consolation from Gonzalo, who wants to comfort him with words. Sebastian and Ariel are nonchalant about the present situation of the King of Naples. Sebastian lays the blame on Alonso for following Caliban, his daughter, to marry the King of Tunis and not an European. As Alonso and all others sleep, Antonio and Sebastian supposedly keep guard. But Antonio, filled with much covetousness and wickedness, lures Sebastian into killing Alonso in order for him, Sebastian, to become the king over Naples. Ariel distorts such an evil plan by waking Gonzalo, who wakes Alonso to see the two men with their swords drawn. In another part of the island, while the weather lowers down and the loud noise of thunder and lightning is heard, Trinculo seeks shelter under Caliban's gabardine. Stephano, Alonso's jester, escapes the storm and supposes that Trinculo and Caliban represent a figure of a monster with 2 mouths and 4 legs. He pours wine into both mouths, whilst Caliban idolizes Stephano as a god who possesses divine liquor. Trinculo identifies the voice as that of Stephano. Caliban swears to save Stephano, thinking that he can lead him to fight Prospero and help him to regain his possession of the island. Meanwhile, in the cell, Ferdinand labors to pile up logs of wood at the instruction of Prospero, while Mirinda shows her displeasure at the sight of seeing Ferdinand carrying the logs. This very thing binds their heart together in love. Ferdinand called Mirinda my mistress, while Mirinda calls him my husband. When Prospero sees this, he becomes so happy and asks that the heavens rain grace on that which breathes between them. On the other side of the cell, Caliban promises to show Trinculo and Stephano those beautiful parts of the island and be a servant unto them forever if only they can kill Prospero. Eventually, Prospero meets Alonso, Gonzalo, Sebastian, Adrian, Francisco, and Antonio, who becomes very happy and surprised, especially for meeting Ferdinand and Mirinda. Later, Ariel brings in the boatswain, who tells of their broken ship, later discovered as though it is never hit by a tempestuous storm. Prospero then instructs Ariel to bring in Stephano, Trinculo, and Caliban. Stephano and Trinculo appear in their stolen clothing. In the end, Prospero takes Alonso and his entourage to his cell to pass the night there and promises him calm sea on their way back to Naples, where the marriage of their dear beloved Miranda and Ferdinand shall be solemnized. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video.